when Jesus marched up the hill with the cross on his back, so weak that he falls and he could no longer pick himself up, he doesn't get an angel. He doesn't get an effusion of divine energy. God's plan is still exactly the same. God gives him a man. The Son of God can't physically make it, Simon. Will he carry his cross? He's weak and he's not ashamed to admit it. And he's not ashamed at his time of need to say, I need a man. Jesus, the greatest overcomer, took on the roaring lion by being slain like a lamb. He didn't overcome with a sword and an army or a legion of angels, but he did it from weakness, that the full power and strength of God could flow. And so as we just draw this afternoon to a conclusion, brothers, I want to invite you to drop that mask and start to be real. We need each other. We need those friends. We need those older brothers. Or as our brother said in that last session, we need those prayer partners. We need people who God is joining us to be real, with whom we can share our hearts and they can share theirs. The theme of your conference is the weapons of our warfare. But you know, the weapon is only as good as the soldier that uses it. And my little seminar here this afternoon is to strengthen the soldiers. 2 Corinthians 12 says these words. My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that God's power may rest in me. That's why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in injuries, in hardship, in persecution, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Do you want to be a strong soldier? Then you need to be real about your weaknesses. Because God gets the glory when we're honest about the failures and foibles and weaknesses in our lives. And when we bring them out of the darkness and into the light, he can deal with them, he can shed light on them, he can bring you the victory in them, and he can strengthen you. When you've got a friend who there is nothing more to discover about, then you are free. But you'll never be free till you find that friend. In fact, you've got two. One is Jesus. But you need a man. I can't give you a formula to conclude this afternoon. I can't pair you up and say you go with him and you go with him. That's artificial. But if you want to strengthen your life, if you want to strengthen this work, if you want to strengthen your church, if you want to even strengthen your family, then you need to learn to be older brothers to one another. You need to ask God to show you the man who can come alongside you and the man perhaps who you can come alongside. You need that friend who can take you through. So why don't we for a moment